everyone. I'm Michiko Hayashi from the Emoto Peace Project in Tokyo, Japan. Today, I am so pleased that I can introduce one of the Hado instructors. She lives in Spain. Her name is Laia Torres Feliu. Hi, Laia.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here. So good to have you here with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you. So
Okay. Happy to have you here too. Let me introduce Laia. Okay, she is the manager of Ibiza y Formentera Agua de Mar, health and safety counselor, and she's a therapist of Integrative Chinese medicine in oncology. Also, she is a certified Hado instructor that she studied here in Tokyo with us. I think it was in 2015, just after Dr. Emoto passed. Also, she is a water sommelier. Wow, that is really interesting. You are a water sommelier. So, Laia, welcome to the Emoto Peace Project YouTube channel. Let's talk about whatever you would like, but I am very interested in you as a water sommelier. Just tell me what it is. I know so much about wine sommelier and many others, but water sommelier, fascinating.
Yeah, because we think water it doesn't has flavor, has no color. We learn all these things, but that's not really true. Water has a lot of taste. So it depends of the water, they give us a different taste. So also we can relate it with food, but in my case, I'm related with the seawater. Oh. So my mouth is like a lab and knows which kind of pH has the seawater and how many different salts has the seawater, and also the structure.
You can feel with your mouth, your inside your mouth, when you taste seawater, you can tell all the different like minerals and pH and where the water is from also, you think?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, like the open sea, you can find a different water that you can find by the coast. Oh, so wow. By the coast, like the sea, throw all the rubbish, everything that we put in the sea, they will give us back and they will give us in the coast. So in the coast, there is a completely different kind of water, seawater. So that it's not so nice like in the open sea. So different structure, molecular structure, and you feel it in your mouth because it's like a Hado water.
Hado water.
Yeah, I give you a lot of energy when the water has structure, when it has these Hado frequencies. So with the sea happens the same like in the natural water. So I'm specialized with that.
Wow, that's interesting. I have never heard of water sommelier, especially the seawater, because it makes really sense that because when we taste water, different waters, all waters taste different. So I can imagine it makes sense that every seawater, from where and how deep the inside the ocean the water is from, or it depends. Sometimes it makes vortex in the ocean, so they all make different taste to it, right?
Yes, I mean the best seawater is the water you can find in this vortex that is like a circular currents that go one into the other and they make like a circular
vortex.
Exactly. And this is the way that nature that structure the seawater. So it has more structure, it has more Hado vibration.
So, it's most alive. The water is most alive at that time.
Exactly.
Exactly. Wow, that's wonderful. So have you been giving like any ceremonies to water, to the seawater, or anything like that when you take water from there?
Yes, I mean there is like when we do it as a business, we have a really strictly protocol. We take this water from the open sea
Mm-hmm.
in these places where there is these currents, and in that places, in this vortex, what there are large concentration of plankton, which is the first food chain in the world. So what we do is we take in a depth, like 20, 30 meters, where this water has more structure, is more like dense. It's more dense, and all the minerals are transformating in a bioactive way because the plankton already eat it. So we take the excretion, we take what the plankton leaves, which is seawater, which we use as a mineral supplement.
Supplement.
But we can see in a lab, like we do in Japan, we see that this water has like a beautiful structure. And when we do the experiments in Japan, we see like all of them has like a beautiful structure. So
have you taken water crystal pictures from your mineral water, seawater?
Yeah, the seawater.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that. Do you have them right now?
I will pass you some. I don't know if I have it now. Okay, I can show.
I can share screen if you have them there, so that people can see how beautiful that is.
Let me check.
Okay. Right. Do you want me to pause a little bit? Oh, there. Oh my gosh, beautiful. That is a beautiful. So that's from the seawater that's one of the products that you have.
Exactly. This is the seawater. This is the molecular that you drink when you drink plasma. So it's a completely other seawater because it has all information of the phyto and zooplankton and has all minerals like in a very bioactive way. So our body, it takes like if there was the primary food.
Wow.
Because it has all the minerals the body needs to make all the functions.
So how do you take that? How do you take that mineral water or seawater?
We take like a mineral supplement, so we take like 30 milliliters.
Oh, so you just drink it?
Yeah, we drink in a very like a very small. It's gonna be like this.
Oh yeah. You just drink it. It's like just like Hado water that we have. Just
exactly. It's an idea, but I do with the seawater.
Seawater. Yeah. Wow, that's good. I know that seawater is, I mean, it's not from anywhere, but specific seawaters from deep under the ocean, and where especially where the vortex is. It's really good for our health.
Yes. Like marine plasmas, when the plankton activates these minerals, so it's like a liquid that is like identical to our inner medium, the water that our cells are living. So
because our water inside our body is kind of salty water too. When you cry, your tears are salty, your sweat is salty. That means inside our body, and also amniotic, in our womb, when the baby is in the womb, the water, amniotic water, is also just like seawater.
Yes,
the same
exactly.
Portion of the ocean seawater too.
Because the first cell, it comes from the sea. So human has the same knowledge that it was created. So it takes the 9 grams of salts, the same like the seawater. So that's the beauty about that. So now in these days, the seawater is more salted, so we cannot drink as a mineral water. But if we drink in a very tiny quantity a day, it gives us all the blueprint of all the knowledge the seawater has. Because I mean, we say that we live in the planet Earth, but the planet Earth is surrounded by 70%, more than 70% of water. Right. I mean, we can change and say, probably this is the water planet instead of
Yeah,
Earth
it's a
planet.
water planet. Yeah. And that's why they call it water planet, because we are covered with the 70% water.
And from this 70%, more than 97% is seawater.
Seawater,
So
exactly.
Only 2.5 is natural water.
Exactly. Only 2 points, 25% to 5% is what do you call the simple water? But
Exactly.
other than that, that's seawater. So we really have to take care of seawater.
Yeah, we need to approach how we relate with seawater. We need to approach it in a new perspective. So we can no longer live like in our bags from the sea, and we don't respect the sea. We have to give all our love and gratitude, and that can start without pollution the water.
Pollution, yeah.
Yes.
It's a shame that
garbage or plastics, things like that. That's the beginning.
That's right, because it's a shame that all of us have been, we have not paid respect to the ocean, or well, not only to the ocean, but to nature, to Mother Earth. That's why we polluted everything. Seawater, I mean, all the animals in the ocean are really have been affected by these plastics that human beings have been using. We have to really stop doing this.
Yes, and we have to respect our natural resources. First is don't throw garbage to them, and I will be saying also that we have to offer in our prayers and with love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude to water, right? Well, thank you. I can tell you are the Hado instructor. I'm so happy. And so now you are living in Ibiza. It's a beautiful island and surrounded by the ocean. Do you often go to the ocean and do the activities?
Yes, we face seawater all the time. It's a very tiny island. So it's like 20, 40 kilometers. So the sea is we also live from the tourists, not particularly myself, but the island lives from the tourists. And we have this beautiful blue turquoise water.
Wow.
So we are famous about that. So yes, we do it. And as our work is with the seawater, we have really respect to them, to seawater. So that's the beautiful thing. It's like, live according to nature.
So do you go all the way to the deep ocean or to obtain the vortex water that you for your product?
Yeah, this is a very hard work. People say, oh, you are always in the sea. What a nice thing. Of course, it's a very nice thing, but really a hard work.
Yeah, I can tell. I can imagine.
Flying a boat in the open sea is always been a tiny boat because it's so big that you're nothing there. So you have to pay attention to everything, every small thing, because your life can. Yeah. So for your life, for your security, so it's very important to be aware and full conscious when you are in the sea.
And when we are dealing with water, I mean, of course, we are water too, but especially with ocean water, when you take it, when you offer your love and gratitude and like ho'oponopono, the water receives that energy from you, and that will expand or amplify the beautiful energy in the product in the ocean water. So I can imagine.
This is we have this kind of life that you cannot do this work if you don't have water, because it's really difficult to be outside in a cold weather, very cold. Yeah, because in the open sea always is cold and humidity. Yeah.
Oh my God. So how often do you go to the ocean? I mean,
it depends of the weather. We cannot go as we wanted. The weather the current say when we, for example, today we think that it was a very beautiful day to go. We go to like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning,
in the morning we go back to the port. I mean, to the harbor to 6, 7 at AM.
Oh my!
So, yeah. The work has to be done before sunrise.
Yeah.
When the water is more happy, when it has more Hado and has more structure.
Vibration with the. I think the sun. The sunrise is really the water receives that energy from the sun also.
Exactly. So we go to in that moment. So if you really don't love the sea, you cannot handle this work for so long.
Wow.
So we have, I mean, our family also comes from sailors. So it's something that my brother also is a captain, my father too.
Really?
So I grow up in the sea. So it's
you really know about the ocean, about seawater, about the ocean, and how the temperature affects and when to go, when not to go.
Exactly. So today say we plan to go, but the weather said no, so we didn't go.
Right.
So
well, that's good.
A small business, so we can do it like this, not like a big one that we have to do it as a protocol. No, we wait until the weather, the sea say, now is the moment. So we go to it.
That makes me feel good because you're being so humble to nature. People are, a lot of times these days, people forgot to be humble to nature, respect for nature. But when you are really humble, then nature will be with you and tell you what to do, when to do, or when to go. And the nature will help you also, right? Because you're being in harmony with nature.
Yeah. We have to communicate with nature.
Communicate with.
So we have to be open, awareness, and conscious about what nature has to tell us. In that case, the water, and just be patient.
Right. Yeah. Beautiful. You know, I met your husband, David, in Bulgaria. No. In last year before, water conference. That was really nice. It would have been really nice if you had been there with him too, so I could have seen you. But it was so nice to meet your husband, David. I felt very close to you also because of meeting him.
I was in the last 5 years in the water conference, but last year I couldn't go. So it's pity, but you cannot have everything sometimes.
Right. That's right. Well, last
year we're gonna go.
Hopefully Jerry Pollack can conduct it this year. I don't think they will be able to do it in April, but hopefully in I think they're planning in September or October. I can't remember, in Bad Soden in Germany this year again. So we'll see what happens. Maybe online, maybe not.
Let's see.
It's a very interesting conference. So anything else you would like to talk about? Oh, I want to. Do you have some of these children's books?
Yes, not here, but yes, we did. Yes, we did a lot of work in Ibiza about the message from water. In Spanish, it was very curious because I didn't have to do. I didn't have to do anything because they already know that I was in Japan, and they know you. I'm an Hado instructor, so they call me saying, "Laia, can you come to explain the children's because they are doing the rice experiments?" They already know everything. This is one of the things that I like the most of the children's. They don't need to understand with the mental approach. They already understand completely that if you say a bad word, you have a bad feeling, you don't feel good. So the water is like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very easy, and you don't need, because I was like saying, oh, I'm gonna do a like a conference, like
Mm-hmm.
use words like very simple for children to understand, and they break everything because
They,
they don't need anything. They understand completely right away
right.
what it means to be kind
Mm-hmm.
with each other,
Mm-hmm.
to have beautiful emotions, to kind of express when you're sad, or you
Mm-hmm.
can express when you feel this anger inside,
Mm-hmm.
and just they they understand so fast and
They
so
do.
beautiful in the beautiful way. So I really like this,
I
and
mean, well, thank you. You know, that's why it's so wonderful that like person like you, Hado instructor like you are um giving this information to children around you. In that way, those children will grow up in 5, 10 years, then they will want to make the play everyone in, I mean, live in harmony with everyone else within also, and with nature and everything. So the whole area will be a peaceful and harmonious place. So
yes,
that's,
and
and I'm
it's very
so, mhm. Go ahead.
very important to be kind of each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the things that it was very important for me in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to be very kind. You have to use these beautiful words. You cannot use, some ugly words. And what it makes these things to our body, and
Mm-hmm.
the other. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just for the other, it's for you too.
Right.
So to be conscious about that, and
Mm-hmm.
for children's, is what I say, they take it right away.
Right away. Yeah, they
Yeah,
understand it right away. And
yeah,
I'm really, really happy that you are, you know, all about that. And especially when you are dealing with water. And I know that the seawater that you have and you offer all the people really is a wonderful seawater, because you know about how much our consciousness is affecting water.
exactly.
So it has to have your mineral water, seawater should have a very beautiful vibration because of you giving your vibration to water. And thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for doing that.
Yeah, thank you to you. I'm very
And
happy to be part of the Hado family, and that we resonate with all this kind of message.
mhm.
So I really appreciate that.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much. And I appreciate you so much for doing this work. It's so nice to know that people all around the area, the different places around the world are really working um, with the same consciousness, sharing the same idea to make the whole world a peaceful place. And
Yeah,
to do that, I cannot do it by myself, but with all the friends, we can do it together. So
yeah. We are very
I
big family, so
yeah, we are a big
yeah,
family, and I'm happy we are.
yeah.
Well, Laia, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you
And
to you, Chico.
sure. And if there's anyone who would like to contact you, would you like to give away your contact address or website or anything?
Yeah, it's Ibiza y Formentera,
Formentera. Mhm.
Agua de Mar.
It's just
It's in
one word.
Spanish. Yeah, it's a long way, because we are two islands, Ibiza
Uh-huh.
and Formentera, and
Mhm.
sometimes we take the water from one, and sometimes we take the water from the other.
Mhm.
So we didn't know which name to put, and say, let's do it what we really do. So
Okay.
we are Ibiza and Formentera Seawater, Agua de Mar.
Agua de Mar. Ibiza,
Yeah,
Formentera, Agua de Mar.
dot
Dot
com.
com?
Dot
Dot
com.
com. Okay, dot com. I will write it down so people can just read it in the explanation later. So
Okay.
they can contact you through this website?
Yeah, sure.
Great, great,
Yeah.
wonderful. All right, Laia, so good to see you again. And thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you very much to you to invite me in this interview. I'm really happy to see you.
Thank you so
I
much.
was missing you.
It was so nice to meet you here. And everyone, thank you so much for watching us. Laia and me, and we both love you so much. And thank you so much again. Bye-bye. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mhm.